Hi, I'm Lavonne Moon. I'm the practice leader for technology, AI, and cybersecurity. Welcome back to my vlog series. This is the first 18 months, episode 2, joining a new family, building relationships across the organization. Today, we're unpacking something every executive feels, but almost no one names: the discomfort of entering a brand new organizational ecosystem. But before we go there, let's ground this in something similar. Have you ever, as an adult, walked into someone else's family gathering, a family you barely know, where everyone is warm and welcoming, but it's clear they don't know exactly what you're doing there? And frankly, outside of your specific role and all of the looming business imperatives, you aren't quite sure either. They know the unspoken rules. They know who carves the turkey. They know which cousin not to ask about the divorce. Meanwhile, you're standing there thinking, am I doing this right? Am I talking to the right people? Am I stepping into something I don't understand yet? This is exactly what joining a new company feels like, even for seasoned executives. Earlier in your career, people take responsibility for integrating you. You get the introductions, the coffee chats, the facilitated welcome lunches. But once you're an executive, that flips. Now it's on you. You're expected to read the room, understand the dynamics, identify the quiet influencers, and learn the unwritten rules, all while everyone around you is simply doing what they've always done. Now I want to share a professional story that helped shape the way I advise my transitioning leaders. Years ago, I met an executive who joined a company later in his career. He came in through several referrals. His early results were strong, and he genuinely believed he was off to a fantastic start. But about 6 months in, one of the colleagues who'd recommended him walked into his office after a meeting that he hadn't been invited to and said, "What the heck are you doing?" My friend was stunned. Revenue was up, operational costs were down, his team was happy. He thought he was thriving. But here's what he didn't realize: people viewed him as standoffish and uncollaborative, not because he intended to be, but because he wasn't socializing key decisions with his peers. In his prior company, leaders owned siloed P&Ls. Collaboration wasn't expected. In his new company, shared accountability was the norm, and unset expectations carried real weight. He wasn't doing anything wrong. He's simply following the rules of the house he used to live in. That one honest conversation changed everything. His colleague handed him a copy of How to Win Friends and Influence People and pushed him to start connecting with partner groups, cross-functional leaders, peers, and not for social reasons, but to build alignment, trust, and shared understanding. When he did, doors reopened, relationships strengthened, and he went on to finish his career very successfully inside that organization. When you join a new company, it's easy to focus on your own team, the people right in front of you. But real success comes from understanding and integrating with the whole family: your peers, partner functions, hidden influencers, information gatekeepers, the people who can accelerate or even stall your strategies. Real relationships aren't built on charm or proximity. They're built on trust, transparency, shared context, and real delivery. Your first 18 months are about learning the rhythm of the family you've entered. Before we wrap, I want to leave you with something practical, because being new is uncomfortable, even for the most experienced leaders, and that's okay. Here are 3 ways to make that discomfort work in your favor. 1. Stay curious, not cautious. You don't need to have all the answers. Curiosity builds trust faster than confidence. Ask questions, listen, learn the history. People open up to leaders who show interest. Make small, consistent connections. Integration doesn't come from a big introduction tour, unfortunately. It comes from small, genuine moments: a quick follow-up, a tell me more, a thoughtful check-in after a meeting. Those little moments build real comfort. Number 3, anchor yourself in real, meaningful work. Choose one early win and something that requires collaboration. When people see you deliver, relationships deepen naturally, confidence grows, trust grows, and you start to feel like you belong. You don't have to feel comfortable on day one. You just have to stay present, stay intentional, and give the relationships time to form. Every family has its rhythm. Give yourself the space to find your place in it. I'm Lavonne Moon, and this is the first 18 months.